All right, guys, let's get it right into it. I'm super excited about this video. The whole time I was writing down ideas and everything, I can tell that this is a very important video for you guys and for any men that, relate to this topic. And I just know it's going to provide a ton of value, and I'm super excited to talk about it. So let's get into it. I have my notes with me. This one is a few pages actually, so this will be good. Today's video, how to become extremely confident and fearless with women. How to become extremely confident and fearless with women. Let's get right into it. So, number one, first major point. What is the story that you have created about women and your relationship with women? Okay, this is the first thing. What is your story you've created about women and your relationship with women? What do you believe a woman to be? Do you believe that all women are deceitful? They only want money? Do you believe that all women are sluts? Do you believe that there's no good women out there anymore? What are your beliefs? Do you believe that all women are fake? Women are evil. I've heard people say women are evil. You know what I mean? Women are annoying, hard to relate to, all these things. What is your story you've created about women and your relationship towards women? Okay? That is very, very important. You have to understand that whatever your story is, whatever you tell yourself about women and how you interact with women, that is going to create, I would say, at least 85% to 90% of your interaction with women. Okay? Your girlfriend, if you're out dating, whatever it is, even just speaking to women, the story that you tell yourself about your interactions and about how you are with women is going to dictate exactly that. It's going to be exactly what manifests when you're talking to a girl, when you're trying to seduce a woman. It's all the same. So whatever your story is that you tell yourself, that is the thing that is going to manifest. So first thing, you have to create a new story for yourself. So if you've been telling yourself for years and years that, there's no more good women out there, how do you expect to find an incredible woman that you can create a genuine connection with, right? Makes sense. Very obvious, right? If you have been telling yourselves for years that, it's hard to get a girlfriend, or it's hard to flirt with women, or all of your interactions with women are awkward, or you just don't know how to do it, you don't know how to seduce a woman. These stories that you tell yourself are manifesting in your life, and you wonder what you're doing wrong. It is because of the story that you're telling yourself, okay? We all have stories with everything in our lives, okay? This can be its own video on its own. Maybe I'll do a video about it specifically on its own one day. But the first thing is you have to be aware of the story you tell yourself about women in your relationship to them. Okay? Create a new story. I've said this in a previous video about rewriting your whole life story. Okay? Rewriting the story that you tell yourself that you're nervous around women, you don't know how to seduce women, you're uncomfortable for whatever reason. Women think you're creepy. That is a story you're telling yourself. Start telling yourself a new story. Write it down. Listen to it as an audio clip, right? I'm confident. I'm fearless with women. I believe I can get any girl I want. Create a new story. And as you do that, as you start embedding that in your subconscious mind, it'll start creating it in your reality, right? So if you imagine we have a person down here, terrible with women, has never had a girlfriend, is 40 years old and a virgin, whatever it is, that's down here. Then you have a guy up here, charismatic, incredible with women. Women just seem to throw themselves at him. He speaks to women effortlessly, right? What separates the two? The first one is the story. So the story itself can take you even more, but let's just say it can take you from here to at least here, right? So it can jump at least halfway. I know it's more, but I still have some room for some points I want to say. But you're down here, lonely, don't know how to talk to women, 40-year-old virgin. Up here, we have a fucking G, a gangster, somebody that, they can flirt with any girl. Women love him. He's charismatic. It's just effortless, right? Just by changing your story, you can go at least halfway. At least halfway. So now we're at least halfway. Okay, let's continue. Next point, number 2. Take women out of the equation entirely, right? So I'm talking now about self-development. Take women out completely just for a moment so we can talk about self-development. Are you a confident and fearless person in general? Most likely not. Because how can you be a fearless, confident person in your life, but then all of a sudden around women you're not? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't really go together. A man who is extremely confident and fearless in who he is going to bring that to the table no matter what the circumstance is, whether that's business, whether that's talking with women. It doesn't matter. It's who he is. So you have to understand that confidence and this trait of fearlessness has to become who you are, right? How can you become fearless and confident with women if it's not really who you are? You have to become that for you to see it in your interactions with women. Does that make sense? A confident and fearless person does not have problems with women, right? That's related to what I just said. The next step is understanding that our relationship with women is our relationship towards ourselves. Okay, so think about that for a second. Our relationship with women is our relationship with ourselves, right? So you can put band-aids over who you are in the form of pickup lines, how you dress, this and that, but these external band-aids that you're putting on eventually will get stripped away, and then you're left with who you are. Women are very smart, man. Very smart. They're very intuitive. They're very smart. They can see through bullshit. So if you think that just by putting on a suit, you're gonna impress the woman of your dreams, that's not gonna happen. Okay? You have to first create your story and work on self-development. You want to be that person. Don't just fake it. Really become that person so it just is who you are naturally. Okay. Everyone in our life is a mirror, a direct reflection of who we are. So if you are anxious and full of doubt when you're speaking with women, it's because you are anxious and you do doubt yourself, right? It sounds so obvious, but it's just who you are. The woman is just a mirror showing you your own weaknesses. So it's not that you're bad with women. It's that you're not comfortable and confident and you don't truly love yourself. That is the difference. That's the differentiating factor, right? Somebody who truly loves himself has no problem with women. Do you understand? So the woman, anything externally is just a mirror for our own self-development. Do you understand? So it is not the woman that is doing anything to you. It is not the woman's fault, right? It is just a mirror. It is a reflection of how you feel inside. It is a reflection showing you your weaknesses so that you can grow. Everything in life is a lesson. Everything in life is a mirror to show you what you need to work on, to show you how you can become the best version of yourself. It's about becoming awake. It's about waking up to that reality that everything is a lesson for us. So if you have a bad experience with a woman, that is a reflection teaching you what you need to work on internally. It's up to you to decide if you're going to keep making that same mistake or if you're going to learn from it. Or if you're just going to play victim for the rest of your life and make excuses why you can't get the girl of your dreams, when in reality it's your fault. In the same topic, you can only meet someone to the level you've met yourself. So if you have had only bad experiences with women, it is because of you. It is because of you. Somebody who is intense and passionate about developing themselves, loving themselves, prioritizing their mission, working on themselves, those are not people that are going to be having these bad experiences, right? It's very simple. How can you expect to have a perfect, beautiful relationship with your dream woman when you have a terrible relationship with yourself? Man, that's deep. How can you have a perfect, beautiful relationship with your dream woman when you have a shitty relationship with yourself? You want women to love you, but you don't truly love yourself. Again, life is an inside job. Your job is to take care of the internal work, and then the exterior, the external, has to follow suit. Okay? So you do the internal work. That is your job. That is your only job. You do the internal work, and then the external has to follow suit. There's no way around that. Okay? Next, on to number 3. Get jacked. Get jacked naturally. Okay? For all my guys out there, you want to take testosterone, steroids, do your thing. I'm not knocking anybody that does. In my opinion, get jacked naturally. Okay? I competed at the highest level in jiu-jitsu. I've always taken, training and strength and conditioning very seriously. And, there's steroids were abused all around me the whole time. For whatever reason, I didn't really care to take it. And I believed I could build my mind strong enough to be able to do the same things without it. And I'm very grateful for that because, because I didn't do it, I didn't give in to something that could compromise my health, right? So we know that there's a lot of negative side effects to steroids. And in my opinion, it's just not worth it. Yeah, you can temporarily get bigger, but again, it's almost a Band-Aid in itself because you have to rely on it. Because if you take it away, your body's going to go right back to what it was. And now, not only that, your health is compromised. Your natural testosterone production is compromised. You're temporarily not a man. So to me, it's not worth it. You can get jacked naturally. You don't need to be a big ass fucking bodybuilder. Okay? If you show a woman a Mr. Olympia and you show a woman just a natural dude that's jacked, that works hard, she's most likely going to prefer the natural guy. It's a better all-around look. It looks healthier, looks cleaner. And you can still get fucking ripped, jacked without taking steroids, okay? Just wanted to emphasize that first. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking anybody that does. I personally won't. But, that doesn't mean it's not tempting. It doesn't mean that, it's like, you could get it and just fucking get huge. It doesn't mean it's not tempting. I just personally don't want to do that for myself, for my health. But if you guys want to, do your thing. Getting jacked. The physical body is a direct representation of the internal. You can tell a lot about someone just from looking at their body. You can tell their commitment, how disciplined they are. Right? So you can see a man that is fat. You can see that he doesn't value himself. He's not He's not taking care of himself. He doesn't love himself. He's not doing that internal work. You can see it on his face, on his body. And it's just a visual representation of the internal, right? It is ingrained in a woman to want to be with a strong, powerful man. Okay? When you first meet somebody, you first judge somebody off their physical appearance, right? Natural selection. A woman naturally wants a man before anything else that she deems physically worthy, okay? When you first meet somebody, the first thing you see is their physical appearance. So that's, no matter what you think, that's the first judgment, okay? So getting physically strong, powerful, right? Why? It builds your confidence. It is a way to build your confidence. You start to feel better about yourself. You start to love yourself. You look better naked. How can you be confident with a woman when you know that if things escalate, you are embarrassed to take your shirt off? Overall, as a man, being physically strong is one of the greatest feelings ever. Greatest feelings. Greatest feelings. Socrates said, "No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." I love that. So get fucking jacked. Get ripped. Whatever you want to do, whatever you think is the best looking version of yourself, get jacked. For yourself first, right? For yourself first. And then, because you know it plays a role with women and the rest of the world. Number 4 is a very, 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 very deep, powerful topic that I need my guys here to understand. 4, mastering your sexual energy. Mastering your sexual energy. Semen retention and nofap. As a man, we need all to know that our sexual energy is the driving force in our lives. Why do we do what we do as men? Why do we wake up in the morning? Our sexual energy is what pushes us to start businesses, to compete on the field, in the ring. Our sexual energy is what makes us want to conquer. It is our life force. It's what makes a man a man. Specifically, our semen. When you understand that, you start to respect it for what it is. As men, we are being attacked and brainwashed into believing that it's okay to masturbate every day and watch porn. We are being drained of our essence, our vital life force. We must learn to cultivate, preserve, and transmute this energy if we are to become the highest versions of ourselves. Okay, I have been doing semen retention off and on for years now. Years. And let me tell you, it is one of the greatest things you can do as a man. The greatest things you can do as a man. You can only understand how truly powerful it is if you do it. Right? It's easy to give in. It's easy to say, that's just like a nerdy fad. That's, laugh about it. Even when I first heard about NoFap November, I was just like, that's funny. It is what it is. I didn't think much of it. But when I started going deeper into it, I started realizing, wow, this is a real thing, right? In India, there's a group called the Brahmacharis, and their practice is brahmacharya. And essentially, it's semen retention. Theirs is extreme. It's complete abstinence, complete celibacy, so that they can cultivate that energy inside of themselves and ultimately transmute it and use it to connect more with God. That's their thing. And it's very powerful. Semen retention is very powerful. NoFap just essentially means to stop jacking off and watching porn. But semen retention is completely retaining your seed, to completely abstain from ejaculating. You can still have sex, you can still do what you want, but you preserve that energy so that instead of it being drained from you, that life force energy, you store it inside and you build that energy up and you cultivate this power, this godly energy inside of you, which you can then transmute into energy for different things you want to accomplish, right? I know the feeling. I've lived on both sides of it, right? I've done semen retention for months straight, and I've also done, fucking jacking off to porn. I know what both feel like. There's a reason why there's thousands of videos about semen retention on YouTube, right? There's thousands. It's because men are understanding and they're waking up to the power of it, okay? Semen retention is one of the most powerful journeys that you can embark on, and there's almost no words to explain. Yeah, there's almost no words to explain. That can be a whole video on its own. One tip I do want to give with semen retention is you have to be wary of what you set your foundation at, right? So there's a lot of physical benefits with semen retention. You definitely get an increase in size of your partner down there, right? Your dick gets bigger. That's a fact. It's something you'll experience. It gets bigger. It gets thicker. It's like there's more flowing into it. It's built up and it's bigger. Okay? There's the physical aspect of energy. You feel like you have unlimited energy, right? There's mental clarity. There's, you feel stronger. I notice my muscle and my bone and everything gets denser, which is a fact. That's not just a feeling. I've read a lot into it. You actually do get denser muscle and bone from it. And, there's different stages, right? So at each stage of semen retention, the benefits start changing, right? There's different benefits the longer you go. And it's really important to root the reason and the purpose for semen retention in something greater than yourself. So I have experienced when I started semen retention, I wanted the physical benefits. I wanted all the physical benefits that came with it, right? And, when you root yourself in something so weak, such a weak foundation, it's easy to stray off the path, right? It was easy to stray off the path and, I relapsed, I gave in. Or, to get distracted and not actually transmute that energy and be building up, but scrolling Instagram and not using that energy, right? Just building it up and being proud of that. And what happens is eventually you relapse. So rooting that energy in your self-development, in God, right? Something bigger than ourselves. Rooting our energy in that, it allows us to stay focused on our mission, and it allows us to use that energy to build our life, to build our energy, to build our connection with God. This world operates on the foundation of frequency and energy. Knowing this, and by building your life force energy inside of you, your energy grows, it becomes stronger and stronger. Your aura expands, you become magnetic. People will have no choice but to feel this and to see this and to be attracted to you. Women are highly intuitive creatures, and they can feel and sense the difference from a mile away, right? I'll give you personal experience. I have noticed plenty of times when I'm not even deep on semen retention, but when I'm on my semen retention journey and I haven't ejaculated or released in a long time, you start noticing people staring at you, people coming up to you, men coming up to you, women coming up to you, right? You start seeing it everywhere. It's because on an energetic level, you're becoming magnetic. The majority of people around us are constantly draining their energy. So if you do semen retention, you automatically differentiate yourself from most people, right? And again, we're not rooting semen retention in our ego. We're not saying, I'm doing this because I'm better. I'm doing this because I'm better than those guys, right? I've been there before. Everybody has. Everybody that does it has it, or has been through that. That's not even the point. That's so far from the point. You're doing it for yourself. But ultimately, there is no denying someone who does it. You walk in a room and you don't see it from your perspective, but you automatically light up the room. I've noticed. I walk in a room, people turning heads, right? People turning heads, and this is just a fact. People coming up to me, you know? So we don't see it, but the majority of this world is happening on an energetic level. So imagine you're building that energy that makes you who you are. You're cultivating more of yourself. You're cultivating your driving force. Imagine you did semen retention for 1 year and you dedicated yourself to transmuting that energy into your life goals, into your self-development, into your meditation. Imagine what the fuck your life would be like. Then you don't even have to listen to the rest of this video. Then the women will be coming to you. Anywhere you go in the grocery store, you're getting stares, people are going to come to you. You become magnetic. That is that, semen retention. It's an important one. Okay, this is the last one. Last one is focus on your purpose. Women want to be a part of a man's life, and they want to be their guest for their riches. They don't want to be the focus. Oh, sorry, my fault. Women want to be a part of a man's life and their quest for riches. They don't want to be the focus or the quest. Right? So one more time. Women want to be a part of a man's life and their quest for riches. They don't want to be the focus or the quest. So no matter what a woman says, a woman does not want to be the priority of your life. She does not want to be the focus of your life. And I have been around women and been with women that say that is not true. But they're saying that to me, someone who places immense value on self-development, my purpose, and becoming the best version of myself. Do you understand? So maybe she wants more attention from me. But you see what I'm saying here? So if all of a sudden I stopped all that and I became a yes man, and she noticed that she became the priority of my life, and I stopped working, it's unattractive. It's not what a woman wants. So sometimes a woman will say that, but they're females. They don't understand necessarily our minds as men. They don't understand our purpose as men, right? They have their own things they're dealing with. It's all instinctual. Women operate on feelings and energy. They can feel when a man has nothing going on for themselves, and they become the focus in the man's life. It's a turnoff, right? Women want a man who knows where he is going. They want a man that is strong, determined, and will stop at nothing to accomplish his life's mission. This is attractive to a woman. They want to be a part of it and give their feminine energy to support you in that journey. It's their instinct, but they do not want to become the focus of the journey. When you're focused on your purpose, you become indifferent to women. they are there or not. Either way, mission stays the same. This creates the confidence in you with women because you're not afraid to fuck it up or to lose her. You're indifferent. The focus of your life is your life's mission, your purpose. And women are beautiful and amazing, and they can be a benefit to that. But you are focused on your purpose, your life's mission. They're an incredible addition, but they should not be the focus of your life. Every woman wants a powerful man who is achieving and creating things. When your focus is on women, you care too much. When you care too much, you walk on eggshells in fear of losing her. Okay? Focus on your purpose. When you're focused on women and you're focused on getting women, you're creating a disconnect. You're going in the wrong direction, right? Women can feel this. It's needy. It comes across desperate and weak and needy. So some women can say that that's what they want, but, on a subconscious level, there's a reason why women want to be with Ronaldo, right? Why they want to be with, a rapper, a basketball player. It's because of that power, that status, that they're on their purpose. They're even if they're an athlete, they're living for something greater than themselves, right? They're walking in who they are. That's attractive to women. It's not just the money. A lot of guys make the excuses and say it's because of the money. It is not because of the money. That is definitely a small part, but you can't deny that. But it is because of the attractive quality of a person who is living to their highest potential, who is focused on their mission, right? You think Ronaldo or, like one of these rappers, you think they're focused on women? Like, yeah, that's a great addition. They have fun. They enjoy themselves. But there's a reason why the women like them. It's because those men have so many options. They're indifferent to a woman, right? Sounds crazy, but okay, that wasn't the last one. I have one last one here. So focus on your purpose, focus on your mission, right? And when you focus on your mission, on your self-development, you become the person that will attract women. Last one here. This one is very, very important as well. I learned this years ago, and I remember when I learned this, it's almost like a switch went off in my head. Okay? It's a very simple idea, but when I really felt it and I really knew it to be true, I feel like that's really when I started having, different experiences, different interactions with women. The last one here we have is you need to cultivate an abundance mindset. All of these tips, you'll see the relation. It relates to getting the woman of your dreams, to being confident and fearless with women. But what you're going to see is these are all things that will improve the quality of your life. These are all things that will make your life better. And there's a reason. It's because when you work on the self-development, you become the best version of yourself. Because everything is an internal experience and life happens from us, then those things, those interactions with women work and they become fearless, and it's because you've cultivated that inside of yourself, right? So an abundance mindset. Abundance mindset. Let me read a quote first that I really, really, really like. It's from Osho. He said, "To live in abundance is the only spiritual thing in the world. Just look at existence and its abundance. What is the need of so many flowers in the world? Just roses would have been enough. But existence is abundant. Millions and millions and millions of flowers. Abundance is the very nature of existence. That richness is the very core. That existence does not believe in poverty. And my effort is to bring man back to his natural self, which is abundance. One thing we have to understand is that women naturally live in abundance. Most women naturally live in abundance. It is because men have lowered their value and become weak. And so we have millions and millions of men who are weak, desperate, and chase women and put women on a pedestal. Okay, we are equals. Women are not this crazy thing that is so much higher than you. Like most men think nowadays. We're equals. We're all human beings. Okay? But women, because of this, because of Instagram, social media, porn, most women have at least 5 to 100 guys in their DMs constantly, daily, probably, right? So it has created a natural mindset of abundance for women, right? So if women naturally live in abundance, you have to understand that you have to focus on yourself to become the best version of yourself so that you can create abundance for yourself, so that you can differentiate yourself, right? You're not the same guy constantly, bugging her, being desperate, being needy. Women are so used to that now. So when you're a man now and you're focused on your purpose, on your mission, you don't put up with bullshit, and you're driven and you're confident and you're fearless, then the playing field is like you just can do whatever you want. So you need to cultivate the knowing that you're living in abundance. It is not something you have to convince yourself of. It already is. It's just about being aware of it and embedding it into your mind. So by cultivating the abundance, if you have an interaction with a girl and she's not showing interest, whatever it is, no problem. You can walk away and 5 minutes later meet an even more beautiful girl that you connect with better. That's abundance. That's understanding that you live in abundance, right? And there's plenty of people that can attest to this. Let's see. Stop living in lack, right? We're living in lack. So you think that this one girl, if she rejects you, you don't know when, you don't know what's going to happen. No, stop living in lack. You only live in lack because of what's going on inside. It's all interconnected. How you do one thing is how you do everything. How you interact with women is because of what's going on in here, right? Stop living in lack. Tap into the stream of abundance. There's billions of beautiful women all around the world, right? Connect with that abundance. Okay, that was the last point, having an abundance mindset. Let's finish this off. By developing yourself through semen retention, through your stories you tell yourself, through self-development, through working out, getting strong, by getting on your purpose and tapping into abundance, you completely fill up your glass. You will be so confident and fearless in life first, and then your relationship with women will take care of itself. Okay? So now, maybe we started here, 40-year-old virgin, has no charisma, has no confidence with women. We have a guy here, fearless with women, can get any girl he wants, effortless, charismatic, jacked, masculine as fuck, right? Now we added stories, semen retention, self-development, working out, getting on your purpose, tapping into abundance, right? And you can fill that cup however you want. Me personally, I feel that the stories, I would say the stories, the self-development, actually, it's hard to say because all of these are equally important in my opinion. I was going to say there's a few that will take care of the whole thing and everything else is extra. But actually, no, I think they all have to be done. If you want to become the best version of yourself, they all have to be done. Change your stories towards life. What is your life story? Create it. Self-development, obvious. Getting jacked, obvious. Mastering your sexual energy, now it should be obvious. Focusing on your purpose, clearly. Tapping into abundance. That's it, guys. Hopefully you guys got some fucking value from this. These are all things that I practice. I'm not saying something I don't do. I have done and I do all of these currently, right? I do all of these myself. Every single one of these I do myself. And every single one of these is also a journey in its own, right? So I can make a video, and I'm sure I will at some point, for each topic, because each topic can go so deep on its own, and there's definitely more to learn about each individual topic. I just personally wanted to touch on the things that I thought were the most important generally, because even getting a general idea of those 5 or 6 things can really propel you in the right direction. And I'm telling you now, if you do these 6 things, not only will your relationship with women change, your entire life will change. Do you understand that? Your entire life will change. It is not just about women. It's about your life, right? Women are beautiful creatures, incredible, magical, majestic, highly intuitive beings. There's only love. Understand that you can have whatever you want. It's only you that is doing this, right? So you have to be the one to change it. You have to be the one to step into that. Step into that. Think of the most powerful version of yourself, most handsome, most powerful, imagine yourself doing all these things and become that person. Become that person. Fuck, man, this video got me hyped up, and I had a great time writing all these things down, and it was just flowing out of me. I was just writing. And man, these things here, just this one video, just these 6 tips can completely fucking alter the course of your life. Do you understand that? Your life can completely go from fucking rock bottom to abundant life of your dreams. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. Hear me out. Take these things that I said today and implement them in your life. I promise that if you even just tap into these things, you'll feel it, man. You'll feel it. And yeah, so thank you guys so much. I hope I provided value for you. I'm super fucking grateful. I love doing these videos now. And they're super raw, but that's how it goes, man. I'm a very raw person myself. I like to just be real and get to the point. I don't like to sugarcoat things. So I hope you guys appreciate that. Much love. And if you guys can, tap in the comments with me and leave me some suggestions or questions or anything. I want to interact with everybody. I want to blow this whole thing up and just give value every day and build a community of strong men that, we can all help each other grow and become the best versions of ourselves and just create a fucking army of strong men. Okay? Thank you guys so much. You got me fired up. Namaste. Thank you.